welcome back to the channel. So Teams List Tuesday, what a difference a day makes. Yesterday it felt like summertime here where I live, and today it's absolutely pretty much freezing cold and raining, so it's crazy. So I don't know what the weather's going to be like this weekend, if it's going to be rainy, but that's going to make a bit of a difference to Supercoach scores if it is. I haven't looked that far ahead to see what the weather's doing. So if you didn't see my video yesterday, my two trades were Lindsay Collins out, Payne Haas in. I actually had some extra cash. And what was the other trade? And I got rid of Ryan James, Corey Harrell, Wira Naira. Yes, people are saying Josh Curran's a good option too. That is true, but I could get Curran next week, maybe, if I get rid of Topine. Yeah, I could actually get Curran in next week. Get rid of Topine with this cash and get rid of one of these for the tour for one of these dirt cheap cheapies, and I should be able to manage that. Okay, so let's check out the teams list. There's going to be a lot of differences. I'm going to make sure my mic's working for a second. Yeah, mic's working. Okay, so yeah, going to be a lot of different changes to, straight off the bat, the Rabbitohs. They have decimated by injuries last week, 4 players. So this should be interesting. So we got Johnson at fullback, which is good for me because I got Walker, so he goes back to 5'8". So we got Stephen Masters, Gagai, Braden Burns returns. Tane Milne's into the side, so there's a cheapie right there, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe he's at, wow, what is he at? Milne. Yeah, 187 at second row and centre, but he's only probably going to be in the team for a couple of weeks. Burgess, Cook, Totola, Kolomatangi, Jaden Stewart, Jai Arrow comes into the team for Cameron Murray, so Arrow could be a good option for the next couple of weeks. Nichols, Knight, Host, and Moga. So yeah, Reynolds out, Benji Marshall stays on the side, Johnson to fullback, Paulo's out, Masters and Milne in, Braden Burns is in for Campbell Graham. Tola replaces, Tola's back, Jai Arrows to lock, Cameron Murray's out. So, alright. Storm, still no Pappenhausen. Jennings, Remus Smith, Olam, Adokar, Munster, Hughes, so that looks exactly the same. Bromwich, Grant, Welch, Kafusi, Bromwich, Smith, Finucane, Kamakamika, Eisenhower, who Sofa Solomona. Is that exactly the same team? Have been named to return from head knocks. So that's right, that young kid was in for Jennings and Chris Smith was in, so not many changes there. Harry Grant starting at hooker has been formalised, so Grant's a good option now for that first buy. I know he's going to play Origin, so he's not an option. But yeah, no Pappenhausen, so big changes there to Souths. Right, Panthers, Edwards, Staines, Crichton, Burton, Teo, Luluai, Cleary, Leota, Coruscant, Fisher, Harris, Kickout, Capel's named, Isaiah Yeo, May, Lino, Eisenhuth, Martin. So Capewell's named. He has to prove his fitness from that rib injury, because they got Liam Martin will come straight on for him anyway, and then they'll put someone, Jermaine Hopgood, on the bench. Okay, Sharks. Kennedy, Hiroti, Chambers, Ramian, Tracy, Johnson, Townsend, Tolman, Brayley, Woods, Nakora, Graham, Rudolph, Trindle, Wilton, Williams, Magulius. Ramian's back in the side, Wilton to the interchange, and that's right, Braden Hamlin Ueli's out of the team. Feeder isn't back in. Moylan's off still. So options there. Look, the Panthers have some good players. Fisher Harris, someone mentioned Fisher Harris instead of Payne Haas, because he does play round 13, but I'm looking at Haas over the long run. He should get more points than Fisher Harris from here on out. He's getting 60s and 70s rather than 40s and 60s. So it should all add up. Eels, Roosters. And at the moment, Fisher Harris is 20% ownership, I'm pretty sure, and Haas is like 8. So, alright, Eels, Gutho, Sivo, Opachek, Nakore, Ferguson, Brown, Moses, Gillard, Reed, Marnie, Paulo, Papali'i, Madison, Brown, Kafusi, Lane, Dunster, Cartwright. So Carty's still on the bench, scoring kind of well. Hayes Dunster's in the side. I don't even know how he went last week, but that looks to me like exactly the same side as last week. Yep, same side. And Nathan Brown's in, even though he's got that hip injury. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Alright, no idea. Alright, this should be interesting. Roosters. Tedesco's back. That's good for me. He's in my team. I didn't trade him out. Tupou, Morris, Manu, Ikavalu is on that wing spot for Morris. Hutchinson, Walker, Isaac Liu, Maskey's in the team. Why is that? Was he there last week? He must have been. No, I can't even remember. Takiaho, Crichton, Butcher, Radley. So, what's his name? Tupanua must be suspended for a shoulder charge. Adam Kieran's in. Hargroves, Fletcher Baker, and Fafita. So Sam Verrills is out. What happened to Sam Verrills? Oh, what? Detached retina. Wowzers. They're just injuries galore. Yeah, so Tedesco's back. That's good news. Suali is in reserves. 18th man, I think he is. Alright, Raiders. Calabacon, Simonson, Sebastian Chris named, even though he had that injury. Scott, Rapana, Whiten, Williams is back. Parley's back in the starting side. Starling, Gula, Corey, Harawira, and Naira's in the team, which is fantastic. Whiten, Sutton, Valley, Young, Horsburgh, Tarpany. So, who has dropped out? Ryan James has dropped out. So, I traded him this week. It could be the week to trade him out straight sideways to either Curran or Harawira Naira, or anyone for that matter, but it's time for Ryan James to go. Williams is back. Hodgkinson, Sebastian, he's named, even though syndesmosis injury. So who knows what's going to... They got Matthew Timoko in reserves just in case. Nice. Honga, Musgrove, Tuala, Best, Hunt, Mann, Crossland, Clemmer, Brayley, Safidi, Frizzell, Barnett, Watson, Sue, Safidi, Jones. Is that the same team? Last week's Alex Mann has been taken to play. Oh, that's right. Blake Green is injured, and it's Phoenix Crossland into the team. Stafford Todd dropping to reserves. Lucky I did not buy him the other week. I was actually looking at Stafford Tower because he actually had some good scores. Skibbon and Hoy have been named to make a return off the bench in a couple of weeks, so they're in reserves. Yep. Alright. Tigers and Titans. So Dane Laurie, No Faluma, Joseph Luluai, Moses Mbai, Zach Sani, who next week, if he's in the team next week, I'm going to straight swap the feeder for him. That is my trade for next week, already planned. Adam Dewey, Brooks, and that way I can get Karen in the team, and that's the plan anyway. And then pretty much I don't mind the look of my team to keep everything how it is. So we got Suali's an injury away from coming into the team. Sure, Travojevic, but if I get another player here, get rid of Fuzatua and bring in Curran for this Topine dude. Alright, so where we were at Brooks, Tamo, Simkin, Twal, Ghana, Leilua, Ofahangawe, Little, Stefano, Seafarth, and McKaylee. Is there no changes? Oh, Tommy Talau suspended, Moses Mbai into centers, Jacob Little is on the interchange. Okay. Well, Simkin, good for the Tigers, Little and Simkin in the team. It actually might work well. I don't really care. I'd rather little not there, so I make more money off Simpkin, but it is what it is. Alright, Titans. Brimson, Don, Kelly, Firma, Sammy, Taylor, Fogarty, Wallace, Rain, Tino, Proctor, Fafita, Peachy, Moe, Herman Asiasi, Jolliffe, and Clark. So Tino's back. Moe drops to the bench. So Corey Thompson's gone for a couple of weeks. Both Firmas at the centres, who actually played pretty good in the centres last year. Philip Sammy to the wing. So SA and Masters has gone to the Titans from the Cowboys. Wow, it's a good buy for them. Yeah, I guess he wasn't performing up there. So yeah, Tino's back. Cowboys, Broncos. Holmes, Felt, Bowen, Lumi, Talangi, Drinkwater, Clifford, Hess, Robson, McLean, Wright, Kondo, Tamalolo, who's gonna drop in price big time. He's got some 30s, 230s or something like that. Brandville, Burr, Molo, Jensen. Any changes? Clifford, number 7. Ben Hampton missing. Javid Bowen, Justin O'Neill, Mitchell Dunn. Right. Broncos, Osaka, Coates, Farmworth, Arthurs, Coates, Oates, Milford, Gamble. Look, Tyson Gamble looked good for the Broncos. I was happy for them to win that game last week. He actually looked like the dominant half. He played really well. Lodge, Turpin, Haas, Ricky, Pangai Jr., Carrigan, Levi, Flegler, Bullymore, Kenny. Look, it looks the same. No changes. Stags comes back in a couple of weeks. Where does Jesse Arthur's out of the side. Stags in. That looks like a good team. A better team. Alright. Yeah, let's just look at Jason Taumalolo for a second. Jason Taumalolo. At the moment, 640,000. Break even at 158. His 2 scores have been 39 and 36. He's played 50 minutes and 43 minutes. Not even worth looking at the moment. It's insane. Alright, so Eagles, Warriors. Tommy Turbo, Saab, Parker, Harper, Garrett, Warren, Cherry Evans, Osaka, Croker, Kepi, Ola Katoa, Schuster, Travojevic, Kasuli, Sadler, Sipley. Is that the same? Josh Ellery and Martin Tabowers. Yeah, they're out, that's right. Kepi moves to the front row. Kepi looks like a good player. And Ola Katoa goes from the interchange into the second row. He may miss 12 weeks. Wow. So there's a spot for one of those two there. Moses Sully is on the interchange. George Defoe in reserves. They're playing the Warriors. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Edward Cossey, Adam Pompey, Barry, Ken Mamala. I actually looked at his price this week. I had Ken last year and the year before. He was just an absolute beast. Actually, last year he wasn't. He actually didn't go that good, I don't think. But 2 years before that, he's been unstoppable. So this year he's coming back. Reese Walsh, Cody Nikamira, Jamin Tunua Brown, Egan Evans, Curran, Katoa, Tohu Harris, Tavanga, Armel, Bunty Afoa, Bailey Sirinen. Ben Medic Masilla, hasn't been named. Lisa Katoa's in the second row. And Chanel Harris Davita's in the reserves, so he might take this young kid spot, Reese Walsh, in the next couple of weeks. Dragons, Bulldogs, Dufty, Ramsey, Bird, Tyrell, Mono. In the centers, Max Feige, who is worth a look at. It's either between him and Zach Cena for me for the next week's trade. Corey Norman, Ben Hunt, Blake Laurie, McCulloch, Vaughan, Kerr, Sims, Maguire, Fastu O'Malley, Burns, Alvaro, Ellis. So yeah, Tyrell is in for Zach Lomax. Cody Ramsey's named, even though he had the injury. Matt Fuggy is named in the reserves, and if Ramsey doesn't play, he's in, with Ravalava and Jordan Pereira both suspended. And Fasua Moali is back from suspension. Fuck, some names there. Bulldogs, Watini Zelezniak, Kotrick, Hopewade, Alan Meany, Avarillo, Flanagan, Napa, Katoa, Thompson, Elliott, Smith, Waddell, Dietz, Tony, oh my god, I'm not even going to say it, Ava, and Dory. Look, I don't even know if there's changes there at the Bulldogs. Back at fullback, named, but so that is all of the teams lists. Like big changes at the Rabbitohs, a couple of changes here and there for the Sharks, and possibly Capewell out, we just don't know yet. Eels, Nathan Brown, who knows. Roosters, big changes there. Raiders, a couple of changes. Knights, changes. So it's all happening in all the teams, really. Alright, so yeah, my team's looking not too bad. Like I said, my trades for next week already planned ahead. I'm trying to get rid of Fuzatua and get in that Zach Cena, who I think could keep his spot over James Roberts, 100%. And then with that cash, I think Curran's going to go up to about 330, maybe 320. So 90 on top of that's 290, and then so I should get have enough to get Curran next week and get a cheap centre in. So, and then I'm pretty happy with the team going forward into round 13 anyway. Alright, well, thanks for watching that video. Hopefully you found out a couple of the cheapies to buy either this week or next week. Good luck everyone this week. Make sure you put your captain on the right person, because it makes all the difference. As you've seen last week, the person who won had it on Sam Walker and got like a motza of points. Alright, so hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week.